Are you washing your hands before handling raw meat? What about cleaning cutting boards and utensils? There are things that you need to know before you start preparing your Thanksgiving dinner. Ryan and Sarah Hubble prepare Thanksgiving dinner for friends and family every year, with a little help from their kids.
Good job. Over here a little bit.
This year is no different, except for the fact we invited a Maricopa County health inspector over to see if the Phoenix family is following good health practices in the kitchen.
I think it's super important for Thanksgiving, like it is for any meal, that we want to make sure that everybody enjoys the meal and stays healthy.
The Hubbles are like a lot of Valley families doing prep work, getting ready to host their big Thanksgiving dinner.
He's going to want to use a new cutting board, new utensils.
Inspector Basil Shaban says, just like in a restaurant, it's important that home cooks do things the right way to prevent their guests from getting any foodborne illnesses. The biggest mistakes people make: not washing hands between tasks, not cooking the turkey long enough, touching ready-to-eat foods after handling raw meat.
You want to make sure you're not using the same cutting board for different items, whether you start off using it for turkey, beef, pork, and then decide you want to cut a salad after. You want to make sure you're either washing that cutting board or switching out for something that you know is clean.
The health inspector also gave Ryan a heads up to use a separate towel while prepping the turkey.
Because I'm the one handling the raw meat, having my own towel available to dry my hands with that's separate from any towel that anybody else is using makes sense. And that's a good tip that I'm going to take forward for sure.
Normally, we want all of our raw meats on the bottom.
Another mistake people make is how they store food in the fridge. No raw meat on top of ready-to-eat foods. It's also important to keep foods cold and not let them sit out for long periods of time.
So it's easy to forget.
So how did our Phoenix couple do with their surprise health inspection? Lots of attention to detail and keeping things clean. No major violations.
When that kind of mindset is in place, you know that there's going to be a very low risk of someone getting sick. If they're one of my restaurants, they would get an easy A.
We've got a list of all the do's and don'ts for you home chefs this Thanksgiving. Just go to our website at azfamily.com. Jason Berry for Arizona's